You know, when we talk about rising sea levels, we're not just talking about the flooding of the islands, we're talking about the flooding of an entire civilization. This is Tonga, and it was actually from Tonga that the great Polynesian civilization radiated across the Pacific. It was the greatest culture sphere in the history of humanity. And I sailed recently on a vessel that was a kind of reconstruction of the ancient catamarans that allowed the Polynesians to get across the ocean. And even today, those sailors can sense the presence of distant atolls of islands beyond the visible horizon just by watching and measuring the reverberation of waves across the hull of their vessels, knowing that full well every island group in the Pacific has its own refractive pattern that can be read with the same precision with which a forensic scientist would read a fingerprint. If you took all of the genius that allowed us to put a man on the moon and applied it to an understanding of the ocean, what you would get is Polynesia. And just by complete chance, on the back side of this panel is a wonderful image from Northern Territory of Australia, where I just returned from. I was making a film on the Dreamtime with the Aboriginal people, and the most extraordinary thing about the Aborigines is that not only did they not embrace the kind of European notion of progress, they did quite the opposite. Their entire worldview was based on the idea that one was not to improve upon anything. All one was expected to do was to maintain the ritual gestures that were conceived to make the world and maintain the world exactly as it was at the time of the Rainbow Serpent, the first dawning. Now, if we had followed that particular intellectual or spiritual devotion, yeah, we wouldn't have put a man on the moon, but we sure wouldn't be talking about climate change either.